allow us to know what we are capable of doing by ourselves. A very good morning to one and all present here. I, Ms. Samina Sheikh, on behalf of Achievers College of Commerce and Management, welcome you all for the fifth day national level faculty empowerment program organized by Department of Management Studies, jointly organized by the Financial Planning Academy on the topic collaboration and networking. To begin with the fifth and the last day of Faculty Empowerment Program, let's evoke God's presence amongst us and seek the blessings of Ma Saraswati. I request Ms. Josna Biradia from a technical team to play the Saraswati Vandana. Thank you so much, ma'am. Teamwork is a secret that makes common people achieve uncommon results. Now I may request our respected principal, Ms. Sophia D'Souza, ma'am, to address the audience.
Yeah, thank you, Samina, madam. Good morning to all the dignitaries and faculty members. On behalf of Achievers College, I welcome you all on the fourth day of our fifth national level faculty empowerment program, organized by our Department of Management Studies in collaboration with the Financial Planning Academy. So since a few days, we are on academic goal setting, management of personal finance. We also learned and heard about personal branding and how is it important in a life of a teacher. Along with yesterday, we discussed about work-life balance in a teacher's life, and today we are going to discuss about why networking and collaboration is important for teachers and how is it done and how do we take it further for our next generation, that is our students. So the ultimate aim of having this topic in our 5 days faculty empowerment program is that somewhere we used to feel that having contacts is essential only for the business person or the startups so that they grow their business. But on the other hand, rather the fact of the matter is that teachers network is also important to contribute to the quality of learning and teaching experience of students and teachers as well, because the world today is said revolves around who you know. So we have all about that 5% of people who we stay, we become like them. So establishing relations with others who are in the same field as we are can help us enhance our career as well. And by encouraging collaboration and knowledge exchange and maintaining contacts and connections with people, it becomes easy to compare notes, even learn about classroom teachings, their techniques, different learning styles that we can enhance the learning experience in our classroom and share virtual aids also with the students. So like that way we can exchange our knowledge, our thoughts, and get more and more students in our classroom so that we can enable our teachings as well. Even in terms of students, my dear friends, we should start encouraging them to participate and attend various programs, so even they learn about contacting, networking, having connections with people, and with all this their confidence boost up. So with this note, I once again welcome each and every one of you for this session, and of course welcome our speaker for today, Mr. Dinesh Israni sir, who is also the director of our Achievers School of Business and Innovations. So Achievers School of Business and Innovation has conducted Gnan Yagna series under Business Incubation Center. So this was a platform where we teachers had an opportunity to build contacts with different entrepreneurs in today's life, where they started from very small and had reached to a different level. So we had 15 such sessions organized in the last academic year. So I once again welcome each and everyone and wish you a happy learning for this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request Mrs. Kanishka Dhingra to introduce today's guest speaker.
Thank you, Samina ma'am. Good morning, one and all. Today's guest is Mr. Dinesh Israni, sir. Sir has completed his engineering from Mumbai University. He is an educationist by vocation, a technologist by obsession, and the entrepreneur by choice. He is also a consultant with Last Mile Business Solutions. He started his journey as engineering college professor and also am learning facilitator with Dinesh Israni Study Circle, in which he trained more than 1 lakh plus students in basic of electronics and electrical to almost 3 decades. Sir was also got an opportunity of being dean at Alumni Ratnamala Institute of Engineering and Technology in recent past years. Coming to his entrepreneurship and consultant responsibilities, he has been part of many success stories. To name a few, Sunray Consultants as a founder, Dreyot Innovation Private Limited. Last but not the least, sir has also connected to ISBM University at Garhyaban, Chhattisgarh, and Lincoln University, Malaysia, as in director. At present, he is founder of Naman Angels India Foundation, which is complete ecosystem for a startup and investors, and also helps to develop entrepreneurship in India. We welcome you, sir, not taking much of your time. Now, I request our today's guest, Dinesh Israni, sir, to start with the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for the wonderful introduction, Kanishka ma'am. Thank you so much. It was really wonderful. Am I audible, everybody?
Yes, sir, very much. Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. Thank you so much, Principal ma'am, for actually your kind words once again. And with the permission of our chairperson, Dr. Divadika, let's get started with our today's session. My today's session, I'll just share the presentation with all of you. I hope I have the sharing rights.
Yes, sir, you have.
Is my screen visible?
Not yet, sir. Yes, not yet. It's visible.
It's visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
All right. So our today's session, I am going to be actually talking about networking and collaborating. Okay. So as you know, Sophie ma'am told us in the introduction, the importance of networking. We'll be discussing in our journey why network, what is the importance of network, etc. But before I start my today's session, I know this is an FDV program. I am standing in front of all respected teachers of various different institutions. See, as per the Indian culture, they say that guru or a teacher is as important as God. So before I start my today's session, since I'm with the teachers, I want to offer a bow down to all the teachers of respect. Kindly accept my bow to all the, to all the teachers who are present. So I hope this is just my way of giving respect to every teacher, because teaching community is one community I really respect a lot. So with that, let me proceed with our today's topic. I started my career as a teacher, and when I picked up teaching as a profession, there was one statement which used to always haunt me. Whenever I used to watch a movie, especially Hindi movies, if you look at the Indian films, there was one dialogue which I heard in a lot of Hindi films, and that dialogue was, "Ek garib master tha, ek garib school master tha, ya ek garib teacher tha." Whenever they have shown a teacher in Hindi films, they have always shown that teacher as a poor person, as a simple person, as a very innocent person who knows nothing about life and is always the focal point for suffering. That was a thing which kept me thinking. That was a point which kept me thinking that actually, hum jo teachers hain, are we really that naive that anybody can fool us? क्या हम इतने गरीब होते हैं कि हम कुछ नहीं कर पाते हैं? This really made me think, and then I came to a conclusion that the most powerful community is the teaching community. And unfortunately, 50% of us don't know what our power is. Do you know what a teacher's power is? A teacher's power is, they teach at a time 60 students in one batch. Those 60 students who are sitting with you today, tomorrow, maybe someone great. Tomorrow, they may be the Ambanis of the world. They may be the Tatas of the world. You never know. And that is your network. That is the network, and that is the power that every teacher has. A teacher can create a Bill Gates, or Tatas, or Ambanis. That's why the first slide that I put up was this. Is my second slide visible? Because sometimes, in Zoom,
Yes, sir.
So my second slide, I said, let me start off with this. Your network is your net worth. How many of you agree with me? My request to all the teachers is, can the session be more interactive? Can we make it more interactive? Because the more we interact, the more fun it is going to be. Otherwise, it's going to be very boring. So my request, your network is your net worth. I think this is a statement we have used very often, right? How many of you kind of agree with me? I mean, you can unmute and definitely say something about it. Anyone, anybody in the group who's listening to me can really unmute and tell me whether this statement makes sense, or you feel the statement is not right, or if you agree with me and if you have some example to share. So I can really invite anyone to come and talk. Anybody? Anybody? Yes, anybody who would want to talk? Okay, do you all agree with me? I think there's a chat that's going on. Yes, there are a lot of people who say yes, they have agreed. Anyone who would want to, contribute something to this statement? No one. No issues. Yes, please. I heard someone unmuting. Yes, please.
Yes, your network is your net worth. I agree with this because last year in pandemic, um, I'm at home and I just started one business. It's a clothing business. In social media, I created one account and I'm selling clothes online. And as my network is very strong, my friends become my customers, and out of that, I make money, lot of money.
Oh, that is
So
brilliant. That is brilliant. Can you introduce yourself? Who is this
yes,
man?
I am Anushri Pansare.
Magic.
Right now, I'm teaching in Bhavna Trust College, Chembur, to BSc IT and CS students.
Oh, you're
I was just doing that social media marketing thing, and for
right.
that, I created one page to sell clothes, and it's now also it's really good. It's going good because of my network.
Lovely, ma'am. Lovely. So network is actually your net worth. It's so true. In fact, Anushri, ma'am, since you're from Bhavna Trust, I just want to share something with you. I started my career way back in 1985 with Shah and Anchor Kachi Engineering College.
Yes, yes, we
And
have same management.
yeah, it was in the same building above
Yes,
Subalakshmi, second floor.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
I'm
so
there in.
started my career right in that building, at Chimbu. That was my first job when I was just a pass out of
See the
BJT.
strength of network.
Exactly, exactly. So this is a wonderful statement. Your network is your network. But unfortunately, what has happened in today's world is just a moment, just a moment, just a moment. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, unfortunately, in today's world, especially the digital world, people have started feeling that the network of an individual is only the network which is there on social media. I have heard so many people saying that I'm a very, very well networked person. And why am I so networked? Because I have 5,000 connects on LinkedIn. I have a good 5,000 people on Facebook with me. My Instagram, I have about 250 to 300 followers. On Twitter, I have 1,000 followers. So I am the most networked person. This is actually a big, big, big myth. Believe me, it's a myth. Social media, you are connected with them on a virtual platform. Okay. You cannot have a mindful relationship with them. You will never be able to talk out your mind with them. Yes, they are your connects. They will see what's happening in your day-to-day life. I'm sure, the way the scenes are today. If you look at Facebook posts, if I've gone out to eat with my family, there are pictures put up on Facebook. I got a gift from a spouse. Those are the pictures highlighted on social media. But is that true networking? That's not networking. Networking is a lot more than all that. So I thought, let me start by saying that a myth is my network is not my contacts on social media. Like the way Anushri ma'am pointed out, she used social media as a tool to reach out to her friends. It was social media which helped her reach out to her friends, but she had a network. She already had a network. With the help of social media, she could actually fulfill her business needs. Okay, so social media, please understand, is not a deciding factor of your network. It's only a tool for networking. The day a tool becomes the decision maker, okay, we're all doomed. So we should use social media simply as a tool to connect to my networks. My network is what I create a mindful relationship with. So the question is, what is networking? What actually is networking? Networking is nothing but ability to exchange ideas and information. Basically, you meet people, yes, please, someone has a doubt, someone has a question. Networking is nothing but when you exchange your ideas, you exchange your thoughts, you exchange your information. Merely a handshake has 1,000 words in it. When you shake hands with someone, the way you've actually, kind of had a handshake with him, that conveys a lot of message about you to the other person whom you have met. Okay, and a mere handshake decides what kind of a long-term relationship can be developed in your networking. Networking is always a two-way process. Okay, it's give and take. It's always going to be give and take. All right, and that's why there is absolutely no shortcut to a physical or what we call as offline networking session. Networking session basically helps each and every individual to grow. There are a lot of mutual benefits, that we can get from networking. Now the question is, how do we get networking done? What are the qualities needed for networking? Okay, networking क्यों होता है? There are three major things that will make you, kind of love networking or get into networking. And the first one is curiosity. When you want to know what's happening around the world, you want to know what's happening in different institutions. मैं आज Achievers College कल्याण में हूँ, and if I have a bloody curiosity in my belly, मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि दूसरा जो कॉलेज है, वो कॉलेज में लोग क्या कर रहे हैं जो हम नहीं कर रहे हैं. Okay, so I have that curiosity to know what's happening elsewhere. How will I get that information? How do I get that till I don't network? So networking के लिए one of the terms, or rather one of the reasons which actually will pull you towards networking, or rather I would say fire in the belly for networking, is curiosity. I would like some of you to come forward and share their thought or their experience कि क्योंकि उनको curiosity थी किसी चीज की, उन्होंने networking किया. Can we have anybody unmuting and sharing their sorry, yeah, can anybody come forward and please say कि curiosity की वजह से they did some networking? Anybody? They were very curious to know about something, and so they started networking. Anybody? No one? So first thing, that is the first fire in the belly for networking, will be curiosity. जब तक वो curiosity आपके अंदर रहेगी, तब तक आप networking 100% करते रहोगे. See, the first day when I came to this institution, Achievers, which was in Kalyan, and Kalyan is a totally new area for me. I was very, very eager to know the college is situated here, and if I have to be a support system in the college, मुझे पता करना चाहिए कि आसपास में क्या है. What is in my neighborhood? What is it that will help my institution, Achievers, where I am connected at the moment, grow? You know what I started doing? कल्याण हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट के पेरिफेरी में जितने स्टोर्स हैं, जितने शॉप्स हैं, जितने बिजनेस हाउसेस हैं, I started connecting with them. I started talking to them. I mean, a small area, a small business center, like there was a small establishment, a small chemist. One day I went, I just bought a bottle of water from him, and I started talking to him. There were so many details which I got about that particular area. So I come to know the college ke aspas mein. See, when you have an institution, what is around the institution, you should know, because your first level support comes from your immediate circumference. So आपके circumference में क्या है, you should know that, and वो आप तब जान पाओगे जब आप उनसे networking करोगे. You know, I stopped by talking with that chemist for a good 15 minutes. We exchanged numbers. Today we are exchanging some basic SMSs. Okay, so this is how I have networked with him. So I know that whatever information I need for that particular area at any point of time, I can get from him. That was my curiosity, and that is how I started networking in this particular area. Okay, so curiosity will always be there. Problem क्या होता है ना, हम कभी-कभी shy down कर लेते हैं चीजों से. The second and the most important aspect is learning agility. What do we actually mean by learning agility? You know, हम में से बहुत लोगों को बहुत इच्छा होती है जानने की कि what is new, नया क्या चल रहा है, और ये हमें कब पता चलेगा what is new in the market, what is the latest development in the market, what is the new products that has come out in the market. Agreed, Google is going to show me ये नया product आया है market, but that is only going to give you a virtual experience of a particular product. क्या वो मुझे experiential I mean, will it give me a physical experience of a particular product which is launched? For example, Tata has launched a new car. Okay, हमने उसको Google पे देखा, but क्या हम just because I have liked it on Google ले लेंगे? We are going to go to a store, touch it, feel it, and then buy it. Correct? When I go to that particular shop and I just take a test drive of that car, I am networking with that vendor. Okay, I am networking with that vendor. How well I'm networking over there and how well I get all my necessary information from there is up to how I actually handle it. So you should have that learning agility. Okay, कि ये नई चीज आई है, इसके बारे में मुझे सब कुछ जानना है. Who will be able to give you a first-hand information? The people who are in it. Okay, so learning agility हमें बहुत ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए. And the third is, of course, as this small little clip shows, thank you for listening. We should be excellent listeners. जितने हम अच्छे listeners हैं, उतने ज्यादा हम नेटवर्क कर पाएंगे, एंड उतना हम ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन डाउनलोड कर पाएंगे. Now one question is, all the teachers would be wondering, ठीक है, नेटवर्किंग इज गुड, नेटवर्किंग करने के लिए क्यूरियोसिटी होनी चाहिए, लर्निंग एजिलिटी होनी चाहिए, लिसनिंग कैपेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए, बट हाउ डज इट हेल्प अ टीचर? हाउ विल इट हेल्प द टीचिंग कम्युनिटी? वो मुझे किस काम का? देखिए, अल्टीमेटली ये जो आप नॉलेज यहां से गेन कर रहे हैं, ये नॉलेज आप कहां देने वाले हैं? ये नॉलेज आप आगे जाके अपने बच्चों को ही देने जा रहे हैं. This knowledge is going to be further down percolated to the students who need this the most. अगर हम आज भी QMA से बाहर नहीं आएंगे, the next generation will be a disaster. What is QMA? What is QMA? Yes, somebody wants to say something. Rohit Pandey, ma'am, would you like to say something? Rohini Deshpande, ma'am, I think you're saying something. Rohini Deshpande, if you're not saying something, please mute yourself. Thank you. Thank you. So my point is, if I'm not going to enhance my own knowledge, what I'm going to be percolating to the students is the same thing that I have been teaching for the last so many years. वही घिसा पिटा चीज हम पढ़ाते जाएंगे, क्या हम उनको नया देंगे? Are we going to be doing justice with them? Ultimately, उनका holistic development भी हमारे ही हाथ में है as teachers. So we should know and we should have a great knowledge of what's happening today. I should know what's happening new in the market. I should be very well aware of what's happening. For that, I have to be curious. I have to be a good learner. I have to be a good listener. And then gather everything in my mouth and come and throw it to the students, so that the students are aware of what is actually happening. And we are able to give the society a wonderfully well-knowledged next generation. So it is the onus on us. ये हम पर एक responsibility है कि हम अपना knowledge, अपना know-how daily, by the minute, upgrade करें. And that can be done only by a strong networking. Networking करने के लिए ये तीन चीजें ही होनी चाहिए. And I'm sure all the 70 people who are listening to me, somewhere or the other, one of these points would be there in your in your belly. Can anyone say कि उनको ये तीनों points attract नहीं करते हैं? Is there anyone who can say कि ये तीनों points हमें नहीं है? ना हमें curiosity है, ना हमें learning का शौक है, ना हम सुनना चाहते. इनमें से कोई तो एक characteristic definitely आप में होगा. I'm sure everyone will definitely have at least one characteristic of this spoken. And if you have even one of these characteristics, you are a great networker. What is stopping you? What is stopping you? See, many a times they say, how do we improve our networking skills? How do we improve our networking skills? There are a certain pointers to it. Does anybody have a question based on this? Is there anybody who has a query or a question, or who would want to differ with me on, or rather, have a different opinion on these points? Please feel free and come forward.
Yes, please, Professor Israni. Say when network means this internet facilities was not there, nothing was there in our time. So first I will introduce myself. I am Professor Adab from Shangona College in Aizawl, Mizoram Aizawl.
Oh,
Yes, sir. So my question is that time also, it is my experience from the entrepreneurship point of view, businessman has come up because of the networking, rapport, what we used to call in the, to the students that the rapport. If you are having the networking, then you will can become a good businessman. So is there any relation between rapport and networking, present day networking? What I am asking, sir.
so I didn't get your last statement. It blanked out. Is there a rapport between? Hello,
Yes, sir.
sir. I didn't get your last statement. What did you say? Is there a?
Is there any relation between rapport and networking? Present day networking, what I am
So
saying.
actually, rapport and network is the same. When I say network, okay, when I say networking means we go out of our way to communicate with a person, to be in touch with a person, to listen to them, to pull out all the information from them. So here I would like to give you one example, if you permit me. As I told you, I started my career as a pure teacher, and so way back, I'm talking about way back. So I started my career in 1986. So what about you? So which year around you have started your career, sir? Ramnath, sir?
So I have started 88.
88, around the same time, right? So,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
so I fully agree with you that during our time, we really did not have those strong networking skills, and there was not much of awareness of networking for us. So what happened was, sir, I started my career as a teacher, a pure teacher. I started my, a small education center, and I used to communicate a lot with many of my students. Okay, so there was a student of mine way back in 1988, and I was young. I was a very young, energetic teacher those days, and the student was just about 4 or 5 years younger to me. So we used to meet a lot of. We used to meet very often, and we used to talk. And that student used to always tell me that I am going to do business, I am going to do this, I am going to do that. So I will tell you one thing, that student actually made me an entrepreneur. It was that student who made me an entrepreneur. Of course, that student of mine went on to become a very, 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 very successful name in entrepreneurship today. He started his company called Book My Show. So I'm sure everyone is aware of this portal called Book My Show. So there's a small story to it. So he and me, we were sitting together, and it was just about 2000, year 2000, 2001. Before that, I had already started my other ventures. In 2000, I would say 2000 October or something, we were just sitting and we decided, now that there's so much of .com buzz, let us book a portal. So we both sat and we booked a portal. He booked something called bookmyshow.com, and I booked bookmytrainers.com. Bookmytrainers.com, I launched. It was a disaster. He launched Book My Show in 2007, which became a super success. Now, the difference between the two of us was I was hasty, whereas he had his time and everything in mind. What my point is, today Book My Show is a very big name. He and me, we go back 1988. We met in 1988 and we are connected till date. So though that time there was not much of, options for networking, but whatever rapport I had, whatever relationship I had with my students, I converted that to a very good, mutually beneficial network. Sir, I hope I have tried to answer your question, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And sir, one thing, my student who has become the big businessman there in Aizawl,
Right, sir.
whose father was the founder of our college. I
Right.
was asking him if I'll take take back your call list from your mobile phone. Can you continue your business? No, sir.
No, yeah.
Call list also nowadays we are including in goodwill.
Absolutely, absolutely, sir.
So that also one networking method. That is
That is a
fun.
major networking, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And sir, in your career till date, you must have trained so many people.
Pardon, sir?
So in your career of so many years, I think 30 years now, you must have really trained a lot of students.
Yes, sir, sir. No,
And today, look back, these students, all of them may be really well settled. Some of them may be at real big positions.
They are there, sir. They are established well.
So
In the
now,
line of entrepreneurship, what I am
so now imagine what is your net worth.
Huge.
That is your net worth, sir.
That is the asset. That is the asset, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
So that's a power of a teacher. That's a power of teacher. So my request to all the young teachers who listen to us at any point of time, that please change your outlook to the students. Don't treat students as someone who's your enemy. Treat your student as a future CEO of some company. He is ultimately going to be the future of the company. He's going to be the future. And that is the time when you will realize that you were responsible for making him what he was. And that is the time he should also come back to you and say that you are a part of my network. Okay, that is the power of a teacher. So I tell all the young teachers, this is your network. Please build it sensibly. So do you agree with me? Ramnath sir, do you agree with me, sir?
Sorry. Yes, sir. Certainly. That is the asset and network.
Absolutely. Anybody, any other questions on this particular slide? We can move further otherwise. So the question is, how do we improve our networking skills? As I told you, the most important thing is build the right mindset. Build the right mindset. See, a teacher has the power, and believe me, this small block that I have put up is keeping the teachers in mind. You have the power to do anything you just need. Okay. It's just that you need to build the right mindset. Even after 15 years, if you call up some of your students and you have touched the life of that student as when he was a student, he will be ready to do anything for you. And believe me, guys, I'm not joking. It is something that I have proved. I have experienced. I have a proof for it. Okay. So you should just have the right mindset. You should be very clear. Why am I doing this networking? Why am I connecting with this person? Okay. So the most important thing is have the right mindset. Every time when you interact with someone, make that moment of interaction very special. Every moment and interaction should be an intervention. Make it as a special moment. Make it as a moment that you gain something out of that particular interaction. So the second most important thing is every moment in interaction should be an intervention. Third thing is, if you don't have a vision, nothing happens. I think this is a very powerful line which I have heard. You know, if you don't have a vision, if you don't see, what do you mean by vision? I'm sure we as teachers, we decide where we want to go. I'm sure most of the teachers will be having in their mind, 5 years from now, where do you want to see yourself? I have it, and I have it written. I have it written in my book, which I have kept in front of me. And I keep reminding myself where I see myself in 2028 from now. If I'm alive, that is where I want to be. That is my target. I need to be there. Okay. So you should have a vision where you see yourself. And believe me, if you have a vision, you will yourself internally understand the importance of networking. Because a vision is never completed without network. You know, your vision statement, your vision should be so clear what you want to. I think in your private space, you should put it up somewhere and written, because when you write, you actually manifest. It should be written and kept somewhere, what my vision is. And believe me, if you have a vision, you are a great networker. Then some people ask me a question. I am an introvert. I don't like to mix around with people. And believe me, my son is an introvert. He's an artist by nature, but he's an introvert. He's a hardcore introvert. But still, he's a great networker. So anybody who has this question, I'm an inverter. I'm an introvert. To them, I just say it's not the size of the people, it's the quality. You don't need to make thousands of people as your network. You may have 10 people, but those 10 should have a great quality. That is the importance of networking, and that's how you can actually, get into networking. So to improve your networking skills, there are 3 important things. Have a right mindset, make interaction more interesting, and have a vision. Second part, I know takes a lot of time. There's a lot of development to be done in that. But the first and the third, having the right mindset and vision, that is in your hands. I'm sure that is in your hands. So to improve your networking skills, please have the right mindset, build interaction moments, and have a vision. Okay. Being an introvert is not at all something, a deterrent from networking skills. On this slide, would somebody like to say something? I really appreciate some of you coming forward and interacting with me on this. Anyone? Anyone from the group? Can we go on? So now we understood what is networking, what are the skills required, what are the fire in the belly, what are the skills required. Now let me also tell you that there are certain catalysts which, help you create a good network. And these 3 kind of categories are the brokers, the connectors, and the energizers. Okay. The first one are brokers. Brokers are also come with multi-potentialite. Okay. What is a multi-potentialite? Multi-potentialite are those people who are very curious to know about everything. They are the ones whose questions are never ending. They are the ones who are very curious to know about everything that is happening. Okay. When they are moving on the road and they see something, they want to know what's actually happening. They're very curious. These people are the best people who can help you create a network. So in your circle, if you have even one multi-potentialite, one, I would say a bridge silo, okay. We call them bridge silos is because they curate a lot of, they try to create lovely bridges. They are the ones who can make your network very, very, very strong. Such people are real good people. I know they're irritating at times with their questions. They are damn painful when their questions come forward. But believe me, these people, the gains that you can have from these people eventually is unbelievable. I have a couple of friends who are multi-potentialites. I always speak to them. I always stick to them. I always connect with them. I leave no opportunity to go out with them because I know when they go out, somewhere or the other, they will make a connect for me. The next question is, the next point is connectors. Connectors are those people who like, the jigsaw puzzle. We always play a jigsaw puzzle, right? The people who are fond of jigsaw puzzle, what do? They like to fix the jigsaw puzzle. So when they're sitting with you, they will say, oh, this is your problem. Okay, no problem. I have a solution. I will connect you to the right kind of person. Okay, there are many such people. I am one of them. I am one of them. Whenever I see any of my connect, someone in my group who is stuck at a particular point, the first thing that I do is, okay, chill, I have this person who can help you. Even if they don't have a problem, I know there are two people who have complementary likes, complementary dislikes, or they are complementing personalities. I try to connect the two of them. Maybe there is some synergy in what they do. Maybe mutually they can benefit. So people like connectors can be the best networkers for you. Okay. And of course, we have energizers. Energizers are the people who are ready to, kind of support, who are ready to kind of train, who are ready to be like the father figures, and help you move towards your vision. So if you have any of these three category people, the brokers, the connectors, and the energizers, these three will help you make your network extremely strong. Extremely strong. Anybody, any questions? Any questions here? Any questions here?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes,
I
sir.
am same person, Professor. Sir, are they catalysts?
Sorry?
Are they catalysts?
Absolutely. These are the main catalysts.
So that's some multi-potentialite,
Ajay.
and these persons are the catalyst among them.
Absolutely. They are the
Connecting.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
They are the absolute catalysts. In fact, all these three categories are your catalysts. So even connectors are a catalyst for you. When you sit with these connectors, what happens is when you're talking to the connectors and you just say, this is what I wish can happen. The minute you say, this is what I wish can happen, they will have a connect for you, So they are wonderful catalysts. I know everybody, all the teachers sitting over here would be wondering, why are we listening to this? This is all, business related stuff. Why am I listening to all this? I have one slide which is dedicated to that particular answer. So I'll give you an answer to your question as well. Okay. But as of now, anybody, any query? Can I move on? One important thing that I would really, really like to say is a great networker. Okay, a great networker has a very, very interesting or a very, 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 very smart leadership quality in them. Okay. For any organization, if you notice, the leaders are the best networkers that are there. Okay. The only sad part, the only thing that it should be understood is network is not linked to status or level. Okay, it means the actual number of active connections that you have in your I would say your mobile call list. Okay. There is one statement which I have written on this on the yellow slab that you can see. Strong employees networks are scientifically linked to innovation. Now, this is something which is exclusively for all the teachers who are here. Just read this last statement. Strong employee networks are scientifically linked to innovation, which is why networking skills are so essential. See, the more we network amongst each other, the more we network. See, for a teaching fraternity, what is networking? Say, for example, 5 of us sit in a room. What are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about certain educational content. And if we take those talks away from mere criticism, we can come out with very innovative ideas, very innovative solutions to whatever problems are facing in a particular organization. When I'm teaching a particular topic, okay, I am networking, I'm brainstorming, I come up with brilliant ideas how a particular topic can be expressed. So when you talk about innovation, innovation is always a product of brainstorming. And brainstorming is nothing but networking. It is sitting with someone, putting your thoughts together and exchanging ideas. Okay, that is why for every teaching faculty, for any academician, networking is extremely important. You can bring out amazing innovative ideas, and these innovative ideas can be further passed on to the students. Why just passed on to the students? I mean, there are so many innovative ideas which could be of use to a teacher itself. Okay, for a teacher that could be a real benefit. Right. So, as we all know, they are my resistors, my stoppers, and my bottlenecks. Who are my resistors actually? Okay, who are my resistors? Resistors are those people who have personal, or I would say, personal goals. These are the people who will stop the growth of an organization when they have this personal agenda. They will have a networking done only because they have a personal agenda. And now, suppose, say for example, I have some work. I connect Mr. X. And while I went to Mr. X, I took one of my associated. but I made sure that my associate does not open his mouth. I am the only one who spoke to Mr. X. My associate did not connect with Mr. X. I am a resistor. I am stopping my associate from networking with Y. That is bad. So you should always identify who are the resistors who are not going to let you widen your network. Maybe that person is my friend. And if I take you to him, I should see that the two of you are communicating. If I don't do that, I am a resistor. And we need to identify who are the resistors. Similarly, you'll have stoppers. See, who are the connectors? Connectors kaun hote hain? The ones, as I told you, I am one of the connectors, right? I immediately give a solution. Someone has, some particular doubt or some particular problem statement, and they are looking for some solution. I'm the first one to share numbers. Explain. Hello. Yes, Suresh ji. Suresh, you say something? I'm not. Suresh ji. Suresh. Thank you. Stoppers जो होते हैं ना, they are the opposite of connectors. वो क्या करेंगे? Suppose if I tell them that, and stoppers are there, especially in the education field, we have a lot of stoppers. Suppose if I know I will go to Mr. X for support. Okay. Immediately I will tell you, oh no, X is not a good person. Wahan mat jao, kuch kaam nahi hoga, that fellow will ruin it. Okay. Those are stoppers. They are not the ones who are going to help you network. So we need to identify who are the stoppers. And of course, the third and the last category is bottlenecks. Bottlenecks are those people who follow rules to the T. They will follow hierarchy. They will say, this is the level, we'll network only with that particular level. That is something which I really don't approve of. So these are the three categories of people you should identify who are going to be your network derailers. Any questions on this, sir? Any questions?
So,
yeah.
So can you explain bottleneck again?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Can you explain bottleneck again?
Yeah, okay. Let me give you an example. Okay. Now, can you introduce yourself, ma'am? You're from which college?
I'm Prabhupreet Kaur. I'm from AVG Junior College, Thane.
Thane. Now, yeah. Ma'am, you're working in a particular college, right?
Yeah, junior college.
Yeah, and in your organization, in your college, let us say some industry is going to come and give a presentation. Okay. When an industry is going to come and give a presentation to a particular department, okay, your HOD comes and tells you that you all will all listen to the entire, presentation, but questions will be asked only by the HOD. You people will not communicate with the industry. You will listen as far as the presentation is concerned. After that, you're gone. So what have I created over there? Haven't I created a hierarchy in an organization? That since it's an industry that is coming, only the HOD, the top people of the company are going to be sitting. Okay. I'm not going to let my faculty members connect with the industry so that the entire control and entire power is at one place. Okay. These people are what we call as bottlenecks. See, if an industry is coming and after the presentation is over, Each and every faculty member of the institute should be permitted to network with the industry people, right from the CEO to the junior most engineer who's come with them. All of you should be able to interact with the industry. Okay, but in an organization, if the HOD says, you all listen to the presentation, but no interaction, what is that HOD trying to do? That HOD is trying to keep the powers in his hand. All right. He's trying to keep authority in his hand. He's not going to let you network with the industry. So he has created a bottleneck for you. Did you get it, ma'am?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. So we should identify who are the bottlenecks, and where there are bottlenecks, networking becomes a little difficult. I totally understand. Okay. So there we need to work it out. Anybody else? Any questions?
Yes, sir. Sir, can I ask one question?
Please.
Sir, once again?
But first introduce yourself, sir.
Yes, sir. Same Professor Kurla Nadokia.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes, sir.
Sir, these are the registers and the stoppers. Say if a faculty or teachers will make the matrix of the SOC analysis. So,
yeah.
So here these registers and stoppers will come under the threats, and bottlenecks will be the challenges.
Absolutely.
Because nowadays publishers are not publishing the books. E-books also are not available online, and if it is very difficult to get it, costly also.
Correct.
So the e-library are not available in every college.
Correct.
In that case, this type of challenges each and every college and every faculties professors are facing. So I think when the new or the young faculties are coming up, they should get ready with this analysis, and they can go ahead with these things. I think they can go further by better teaching and all.
They can go to the next level. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yeah. Any other question or any other input? So that was a very good input that you actually gave. That was a wonderful input. Anybody else who would like to give some input? Monica ma'am, I have time, right? I have not crossed your time, right? Monica?
Yes, sir, you have time.
No, thank you. Thank you. So can we proceed further?
Yes, sir.
So networking is a complex entity. Yes, it is a complex entity. It requires a lot of effort from your side. It there are three components to it: your personal skills, your leadership styles, and of course the organization design. I must say, if your organization, especially the head of the organization, has a vision, that organization is a great ground for networking. So leadership again really plays a very important role. I mean, to be very honest, what attracted me to this particular institute, Achievers College, was the leadership. I mean, they were so open to networking. They were so open to networking. They were so open to listening to what people have to say. So if your organization is designed in such a way that they're more open, they have a culture of networking. In that organization, even the smallest, the youngest and the junior most of teachers, they excel in their careers, in their life. I'm sure all the people will agree with me on this particular point, right? So now let's talk about what is the result of networking. What happens after networking? I may meet hundreds of people every day. But what is the outcome of networking? The outcome of networking is collaboration. I mean, it is collaboration. It is nothing but connecting with different people for all your benefits, for all the mutual benefits. For example, we are all teachers here, right? What if, as a teacher, I get connected to one other teacher who's based out of some other college in some other city? Like, for example, the session is going on and some teachers are from Mumbai, some are from out of Mumbai. I get associated, I got friendly with one of the teacher from out of city. And we developed a good rapport. Can we do a research project together? There are so many funds which are available for research projects. Can we collaborate for a research project? How will I know your interest? How will I know what is your field of interest? You may know something which I don't know. You may know that for a particular research, there is a good amount of fund which is required, but you don't have all the competencies. Whereas I have those competencies. I can collaborate with you, right? That alliance can create a good research. That research can further be, kind of put up somewhere. That research could be something as it could develop as a product. It could develop as a research paper in some organization, right? In short, it helps, right? Collaboration helps. When will you be able to collaborate? When will you get to know about these research projects? Till you don't network. If we don't network, we are going to be stuck in okay. So we need to really see collaboration is the final outcome of networking. Okay. So they both actually depend upon each other. Collaboration depends upon networking and networking depends upon collaboration. The greater network that you bring, the better collaboration you can create. Okay. And as I told you, collaboration is undoubtedly an effective tool to make greater progress in your personal and professional life. Okay. Any doubts on this? Any questions on this, please? So now, what all do we achieve by collaborating? I'm opening up a lot of opportunities, as I told you, your research opportunities, your, project opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities that we are opening up. We are opening up a lot of facilities for local and international connects. We are increasing our knowledge. We are easing our work. These are the things that we achieve strongly by collaborating. So do you feel there's a great thing by collaboration? Collaboration has a great outcome. So as teachers, as faculty members, I feel you all should be one of the best networkers and then collaborate on various topics. We should start collaborating with people on a lot of things. Any questions here? Of course, this is just a summary of my entire session. Whom should you network with and whom should you kind of collaborate with? See, many a times, it is always said that your collaboration and network should be with someone who's bigger than you in status. Please, that is not at all right. Okay. I am telling you that there is a possibility even a chaiwala who serves chai to me can give me some good thought-provoking solutions to the problems that I'm facing. Okay, so when we talk about whom should we network with, I think we should network with practically everyone. Everyone, because anybody can give you some or the other suggestion. Anybody can give you some or the other input, which may help you grow up with your, professional and personal projects. Okay. So I want to kind of wind up by saying, if you have not started networking, collaborating with the others, what are you waiting for? It's time now. Start. Please start. Thank you. And I'm really open to take your questions now. I'm open to take your questions now. If there's anyone who would like to have ask me something. Am I visible now?
Yes.
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah. So I'm here and I'm ready to answer all your questions if there are any questions.
Sir, can I ask you one question?
Please, sir, please.
Sir, is not the Google Chachu, Google Uncle is not the bottleneck for the collaboration? Each and every young faculty used to think that beside them, the Google Chachu is standing and no need to collaborate any of my colleagues, not from any resource person. Nowadays, the attitude I am experiencing, the young faculties, they are thinking that we know everything.
So that was my very first slide. That was my very first slide, sir. That social media people think is their network. That is not. Google Chachu, as you said, definitely no. Definitely, I don't think that is a great place to network. Yes, it starts, it supports. It's my first step, but that's not the only thing. There's a lot more that can be done. I mean, that needs to be done. So I totally agree with you. Google Chachu is a definite bottleneck.
Thank you.
Yes.
Anyone else would like to question with this beautiful session?
I really enjoyed having a good session with all of you, and it was really nice of you, sir, and Anushri ma'am, to actually interact. It was really nice of you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Any other participants would like to question anything to Dinesh, sir?
Sir, can I ask a question?
Please, ma'am, please.
This is Prabhapreet here. Sir, you were explaining something about QMA and then suddenly skip out.
Oh yeah, so QMA is something which we teachers love the most, but we need to get out of it actually. QMA is questions, marks, and answers, or rather, I should say QAM, questions, answers, and marks. When we are actually dealing with the students, we are only our main focus is QAM, question, answer, marks, right? We don't try to give them, what is an additional thing that is needed, the additional zeal in our field. We stick to QAM, and that is where, why do we stick to QAM? Why do we stick to QAM is just because we have not networked ourselves. We have not increased our know-how about a particular, situation, a particular topic. And that's why we stick to QAM. QAM is something which they can find wherever They can really get all the answers in the textbooks. What they will not get is what knowledge we acquire from outside. So as teachers, it's time we move out of QAM. That is what I was trying to say, ma'am. Preeti ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
I before I wind up, I would like to really thank CA, I think Rachna, Vijay Gavre sir, Dinga ji, and for appreciating the session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I hope no one has any doubt. Okay, moving ahead, now I would like to request Mrs. Rovina Joseph to please start with the valedictory session.
Thank you, Samina madam. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Thank you. A very warm afternoon to all the dignitaries, teachers, and management committee. Let's have a quick hearing on all 5 days faculty empowerment program, what we have learned, what we have gained, and a lot more things. It is very well said that there's a difference between teaching and reaching. Focusing on this line, our Department of Management Studies of Achievers College came up with the purpose of 5 days National Faculty Empowerment Program to reach the statement that education is the key to success in life, and teachers make a lasting impact in the lives of their students. The same statement was proved by day one speaker, Ms. Shraddha Bombe Madam. She shared her views on academic goals setting, in which she focused on micro and macro goals. To set goals, we need to find a motivation. When we are motivated, we need to check its progress. Everything is an ongoing process. We are learners, and we need to check the progress again and again. Then, even she highlighted on the point self-improvement as a teacher, where we need to strengthen our technological skills, we need to brush up our teaching skills, how to manage classrooms, how to improve our human resources skills. On the next day, day two, Ms. Yukti explained the difference between investment and saving. The term inflation, especially about insurance and mutual funds. It was a special session to ponder upon what and why to invest in mutual funds, even the modes of investing. Coming to day three by Ms. Prachi Shukla, there's a very true saying. Students don't need a perfect teacher, but a happy teacher who's going to make them excited to come and grow to love for learning. The session was about loving yourself. Yes, as teachers, we have forgot to do this for ourselves. About your non-verbal, verbal skills, the way you communicate, the way you interact, the way you dress up yourself is very important. In short, the whole session was about your personal branding. How will you brand your own self? Because yes, you are the one who are creating future. Then, talking about day 4 by Ms. Mugdha Desai, the session was completely related to work-life balance, where the speaker, Ms. Mugdha Desai, made us realize about managing a balanced life. Expectation versus reality. We expect a lot, but the reality is something different, and we need to focus on that. And same way, Madam made us realize about what is our expectations and what exactly is reality. Here, our speaker made teachers to understand that as teachers, we have so many works to do and to be a multitasker. We are a multitasker for sure, but we need, in which all participated very actively. It was a very interactive session. everyone actively gave your response. Even we had an activity which everyone was a part of it, and the speaker made us realize to focus not only on everything, but to focus mainly on the important aspects of life, which we always forget. And we always get panicked. Even though we are teachers, we try to teach, but still we get panicked. So being a multitasker is good, but we need to keep it balanced. That is very important. And have a balanced life without being stressed. That is also being told to us. Even asserting and creating boundaries. Even she showed a video related to a valuable lesson to live a happy life. So the fourth date session can be defined by a very famous quote: yesterday's the past, tomorrow's the future, but today is a gift. That's why it is called a present. So balance your life and enjoy your present. So live present happily without falling the present day thinking about one negative thing. Then, talking about today's day 5 session, it was by our very own Dinesh Israni sir, who said about networking and collaborating. We are creators. He started with a very important thing that we are creators and how we can create a mindful relationship, especially what is networking. I love the concept of fire in the belly for networking. Yes, we all have that curiosity, we have that learning agility, and yes, we are listeners. We need to be good listeners. How we can improve networking stage, what skills are required, what makes network work, and about leadership. Yes, teachers, your leaders. And that was illustrated in a very good way. We always forget about it. And most important, collaborating. Collaboration is the final. And collaboration and networking both are dependent on each other and vice versa of that. So that was indeed a beautiful session. So that was about a short report, not taking much of your time, but highlighting about all 5 days, about how we have actually gained. And I would like to end my report by saying just few lines. I hope I can take your time. You are creator of your own destiny and life. Never give up your reins to others and by them. You can be what you want to be. Just believe in that, grow and go ahead. And yes, be an achiever. So, yes, all the best for everyone. And thank you for being with us. Now, from my part, it's over. Now, I would like all the participants who are actively participating to give reviews about all 5 days session. So the stage is open for everyone. Please, instead of sending chat messages, can anyone on your cameras and share your views about all 5 days program? I think Adak sir is ready to, Professor Adak is ready to speak. His camera is on, so we would like to listen from you.
Sure, sir. I'll give thanks to the college and every member to organize this program. And of course, I will expect such type of program will be conducted by every college to be benefited and to enrich themselves, to teach the students, and also entrepreneurship development programs also. So each and every student, each and every of us are the entrepreneurs. So that's why I expect that every teacher have enriched from this program. Thank you so much once again. Thank you, Professor Israni also, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. I can see Pradnya madam's camera also on. So yes, ma'am.
First of all, thank you so much for Achievers College, because this type of FDP is, it gives me a kind of a booster. It's like a booster, because FDP, whenever there is a FDP, we get the knowledge about something like skill development and different things. But this is the first time you are started with academic goal setting, and after that, today's Dinesh Israni sir lecture is just like, after COVID, what we get the booster dose. This is what the booster dose for me. So starting from the first day session as given by Dr. Shraddha Bhume ma'am is really wonderful because, everybody is knowing what exactly we are going to do, or we can say like, setting our goal is definitely important, but it is very important how to achieve the goal, what we should do to achieve the goal. So ma'am has explained very well, very well. So thanks for Shraddha ma'am. Then day second lecture, I think it is given by Yukti Gada ma'am, which is on, I think, management, financial management. Definitely, as a management, management faculty, we should know how to manage our finance and mutual funds. And this is, we can say like a trend, because there are different investment avenues, but as we concentrate on today's avenues, mutual fund is, running in our daily life. So the way she gives a different, what do you say, the avenues and their information is really good. Then personal branding, yes, of course. We always face our student, and it is very important for us, our appearance, our thinking, our skill. So ma'am has given a different, a kind of, it gives a kind of making our, thinking. It improves my thinking. So thanks to ma'am also. Then yeah, of course, yesterday's session, work-life balance, beautiful session, beautiful session. It's by, I think, Mugda ma'am. Mugda ma'am has shows us how we can balance our, day-to-day's work, because as a woman faculty, we have to manage our kitchen as well as our student. So it is a kind of, a best, example given by Mugda ma'am, how we balance our day-to-day life, and even the different fields. And yes, of course, today's session. Sir, it's like a brainstorming storming session for me. Definitely. Networking. I'm a kind of, introvert person, not talking with everybody, but you give me a kind of boost to just say something about that. So sorry if I say something wrong. Uh, Today's session, yeah, we always think about, we have to maintain, or we have to create a network with, a person who is higher than us. But what sir told, it is not that we are always keeping kind of, networking with higher status. It is also with our students also, because today's students, they might be turned into eminent personality tomorrow. So definitely, sir, थैंक यू सो मच। एक आपने जैसे हमारा ना, एक जो माइंड है, जैसे आपने बोला कि फायर इन बेली, नो सर, इट इज फायर इन माइंड ऑल्सो, आपने वो क्रिएट किया। एंड ऑल्सो एक काइंड ऑफ, डिफरेंट थिंकिंग आपने यहाँ पे दिया। एंड ऑफ कोर्स नेटवर्क के बाद तो कोलैबोरेशन, सो डेफिनेटली अगर गुड नेटवर्क है तो अपना जो कोलैबोरेशन है वो तो गुड होगा ही। I remember, एक हम लोगों ने लास्ट टाइम, आई एम फ्रॉम सतीश प्रधान ज्ञान साधना कॉलेज, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर इन बैब डिपार्टमेंट, एंड एक फैकल्टी एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम किया था। तो फैकल्टी एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम मतलब वो कॉलेज के टीचर्स आके हमारे कॉलेज में कुछ लेक्चर्स दे, एंड हम जाके उनके कॉलेज में लेक्चर्स दे। सो इट इज सॉर्ट ऑफ, काइंड ऑफ, उससे बहुत कुछ नॉलेज हम लोगों को हासिल हुआ। द वे दे टॉक, द वे दे, उनका नेटवर्किंग, तो हम लोगों को उससे बहुत ज्यादा फायदा हुआ। तो थैंक यू सो मच सर, कि इसकी वजह से हम लोगों को पता चला कि नेटवर्क एंड कोलैबोरेशन कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है। एंड थैंक्स रवीना मैम फॉर गिविंग मी सच अपॉर्चुनिटी। आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू Dinesh Bhivandikar sir, as well as Principal D'Souza ma'am, for arranging such a wonderful FDP for us. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pradnya ma'am. It was indeed beautiful to hear from your side. So anyone else would like to give feedback? Would love to hear from you. Yes, waiting. Anyone else? I think no one is there. So can we move further today, sir? Okay. Thank you once again, everyone. And I hand over to my colleague, Ms. Samina. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Rovina ma'am. Now, I would like to request our Honorable Chairman, Dr. C.A. Mahesh Bhivandikar, sir, to give the concluding remark on overall national level faculty empowerment program, which was organized by Department of Management Studies and jointly organized by Financial Planning Academy.
Samina madam, please start.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Rovina madam. Now I will like to request our Honorable Chairman, Dr. C.A. Mahesh Bhivandikar, sir, to please give the concluding remarks on overall national level FEP, that is Faculty Empowerment Program, that was organized by Department of Management Studies. Request you, sir.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Samina madam. Thank you very much. Honorable Chief Guest of today's session, Dr. Dinesh Israni, sir, respected Principal Sophia D'Souza, Vice Principal Sana Khan, Samina madam, and HOD Monica madam, all teaching fraternity members from different colleges across India, and my dear friends. It's indeed a matter of great privilege to chair this faculty empowerment program, wherein Achievers College of Commerce and Management has tried to take up various different subjects or topics which will help teachers to carry out their work either efficiently and grow in their personal life. Friends, as we work for the college, devotion is on very higher part, and while discharging our duties, we are unable to give proper attention to our biodata or personal life. So this empowerment program must have given you various angles in which you can grow or add to your life. So I hope we have met to the obligations and at a mark wherein teachers are being benefited. So I would like to request each one of the participants to give your feedback and suggestions that which topics we would like to handle from us, because as today we are talking about networking, we being in a teaching profession for 26 years, I have good network of people, speakers of versatile who can discharge their lectures on very different topics. So friends, we at Achievers College would like to empower teachers to grow and become rich as far as knowledge is concerned, money is concerned, personal life is concerned, research is concerned, and may it be any other thing in the personal life. So thank you very much for believing in us and giving us, uh, hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes. Giving us an opportunity to serve this teaching fraternity. And I hope this national level faculty empowerment program is successfully organized and nicely conducted. So thank you very much once again and I congratulate Department of Management Studies, especially Principal Sophia D'Souza Madam and Monica Madam for taking hard efforts to make this event successful. My congratulations to all other staff members of Achievers and all the speakers and Financial Academy for extending us great support. And one of the day speaker was changed and they have immediately given us another speaker. So this happens in every program. So thank you very much. I believe certificates will receive by you within a day or two. And with this, I once again thank you all. Thank you very much. Over to coordinators.
Thank you so much, sir. With the end of this beautiful session, I would like to propose a formal vote of thanks. A graceful afternoon to all the dignitaries and all the teachers present here. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this national level faculty empowerment program. I, Ms. Samina Sheikh, on behalf of Achievers College of Commerce and Management, would like to express my sincere gratitude for today's speaker, Dr. Dinesh Israni, sir, who have spared his valuable time from his busy schedule to grace this session, a knowledgeable one. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. A special thanks to Honorable Chairman, Dr. C.A. Mahesh Bhivandikar, sir, for all his all-time support. A special thanks to our respected principal, Ms. Sophia D'Souza, ma'am, for always being there and motivating us. I will also like to thank our Vice Principal, Ms. Sana Khan, ma'am, for her guidance. A heartfelt thanks to all the faculty members for your active participation and making this session a wonderful one. If I've missed anyone, my sincere apologies towards them and a big thank you to them. I will also like to thank our technical team members for your support and guidance. A thank you so much. Now I request everyone to please on their camera so that we can have a screenshot of it. Once again, I request everyone to please on their cameras so that we can take a screenshot. I hope Monica ma'am it's done.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone once again. Thank you, Dinesh sir.
Thank you.